seemed like everything that could have gone wrong went right for A&M in that second half. Like they just pulled a lot of rabbits out of their hat. Is that, as you rewatch it or look back on it now, is that a similar feeling for you? Or
I thought they really got into a good rhythm. They made plays. They executed well. They made some competitive plays, and we made a few mistakes as well and didn't help ourselves. And but they never went away. I know that. We had really pretty good control over the game through 2.5, almost through 3 quarters, and just couldn't put them away. And then they got us on our heels, and we found a way to survive. So, I give our guys a lot of credit, under the circumstances. And but it shows the the ability and the toughness that they have as well. Probably gave them a lot of confidence moving forward. But they didn't really pull rabbits out of their hat by any stretch. I thought that they just executed well, and we didn't play particularly great, either that last quarter, and until the end. And then we made some terrific plays there, at the end.
Did that give you some good coaching points for later in the year?
Sure. Yeah, we had some guys that, yeah. Absolutely. Just, the effort. We really talked about Kayvon's play where he knocks the ball out of bounds, the effort on that play, and how, again, that was, one of a few plays that really, made the difference, and not only the game, but really even on the year. And that's what it comes down to, sometimes. And just the, extraordinary effort. You don't ever give up on a play. You never know when that's going to be the difference in the game, and just to always assume that every play can be the difference in the game. So just really wanted to promote, effort and playing, with passion and with a sense of desperation every play.
Coach, those 4 returning wide receivers they have are really talented. At the game against you last year, is that kind of like looking in a mirror a little bit for you, just as good as their receivers are?
Yeah, I mean, they've got terrific receivers. They're experienced, they're big, long, fast. So, it's a great challenge, some tough matchups. And, they got a lot of chemistry together, as well as what you see.
Is there any more of a bounce in the step this week of the defenders? I know you have a lot of new starters, but the fact that A&M put up such big numbers and gave you guys such a fight last year?
So what was the question?
Is there more of a bounce in the step of your defensive team, more of a sense of urgency?
I thought we had a great sense of urgency a year ago going into the game, and I would think it's the same. Got great respect for them. They've got great players and good schemes, and whether we beat them, whether we lost to them, I think it's all the same. The approach has got to be the same. And if you ask a player, maybe they might have more of a sense of urgency. But I know from a mindset, it's a great challenge, no matter how you look at it. And again, through a good part of that game, we played really, really well. I got 3 points on the board with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter, and again got hot, and we didn't complement each other well on either side of the ball, and we survived. So, but that was last year, and this is a whole new year. But the challenge is no less daunting, without question.
How has Jerry changed since Clemson fans so much from the film study? How has he developed?
I don't know. He's the same guy. He's excellent player, can extend plays, understands defenses. I'm sure there's a maturation that's taken place, that we're not necessarily able to quantify, but he's got a great feel for their offense going into their second year. His ability to execute is probably at a really, really high level, without making mistakes. He's a great runner, a very dangerous runner. And again, can extend plays, and the receivers do a great job at helping him extend plays, and really, really good system that is going to have balance in it. And he just does a great job. Boy, he can throw. He's got a huge arm. He can throw from one hash to the other on a dime, and great touch. And excellent player. We won't see anybody that's better than him all year.
Against Georgia Tech, you played a lot of 3-down looks with the jack. What does playing that kind of defense? What advantage does it give you? What does it do? What is the advantage of it?
It's just we're multiple. I mean, we do that against everybody. So it's a change up, different schemes, protection, run game wise, or different rules for the offense, and helps us. What'd you notice about Georgia Tech on those offensive sets? So you saw our defensive sets. What'd you notice about their offensive sets?
They were very spread.
Yeah, they go all the way to the sidelines.
All the way to the sidelines.
So it helps you, cover more grass, and so it's just a change up.
Brent, DK's first starting corner. After you graded out him, what did you think of him in your own personal?
Yeah, he had a winning grade. Played well. Wasn't challenged a whole lot, but was really in good position. His fundamentals and technique were really, for the most part, really good. And his maturation through fall camp was, real noticeable as well.
Coach, how important is him to
Yeah.
his matchup going into this?
Everybody's matchup's important. His matchup, I'll be very honest, is no more important than anybody else's. Everybody needs to play well. You can't go and slop around for 4 quarters and expect to win. So everybody needs to play well.
Coach, A&M lost a great back in Travion Williams.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of a back is Corbin, the new starter? It looks like he might not be as powerful, but pretty good in space.
I don't know. He broke a lot of tackles last week, and he's a good player, and they're deep at running back. They got Corbin and 23 and 21. Strong, explosive players, catch the ball well, protect well, good instincts, for what they do. And, I think you need to defend their schemes. And they got great players, across the board, up front, at skill. So, Corbin's a really good player.
Going back and watching it, in my limited football
Mm-hmm.
knowledge, the defensive ends, you didn't have to tell them whoa the other night, which is what you always want. But which of those guys really stood out to you?
Who stood out? I thought all of the guys played well. I think all, maybe except one, had a winning grade and were productive. Thought that, thought the group played well. Was pleased. Again, we had, up front, those are 2 new starters, whole D-line, brand new starters. Again, you look at the whole group as a whole, that they're a part of it. But again, you got a bunch of guys that played their first game either as starters or again first time ever, in any meaningful snap. So, all that being said, was really pleased. But they in particular thought that they played well and can play better. We had some bad angles to the ball, setting the edge. Whether in the run game or when they're moving the pocket, we got to be better and more precise and quicker, and again, got to do a better job tackling, getting guys to the ground, not being surprised that here I am, I'm free. But a couple times in some coverage, they had us schemed up on a wheel route out of the backfield, I think for their longest pass play. And then I guess got to do better on a couple of fade routes. But again, I thought that group really played pretty good.
Brent, what about your linebackers, Brent
Mm-hmm.
and Chad Smith, their first action?
Both of them very productive, showed up, made a lot of plays, can still play better, and will play better as they're getting more and more comfortable and gaining experience. But as a group, we missed some layups that were there, some tackles for loss, bunch of tackles for loss. Just can't be surprised, got to be sure of ourselves, have a little bit better fundamentals, got our base too wide at times, and I thought their backs ran hard, but we're going to see that all year. And so we just got to do a better job finishing plays and getting guys on the ground. But managing the game and some of our coverage and overall execution good. Just got to clean up really some tackling and guys take a little bit better angles at times. Mm-hmm.
Denzel Johnson said that when he thinks back, he thinks he caught your eye his senior year in the playoff game against Daniel.
Yeah.
Do you recall that?
Yeah, he was all over the field. Coach Sweeney was there as well. And we knew who he was, but he really had an excellent game, and that's when we, Coach Sweeney was intrigued. So.
And you,
Oh, absolutely, yeah, yep.
is it rewarding to see guys who kind of flew under the radar in high school? I mean, you've had a recent history of guys who, weren't five-star guys, and now they're contributing.
Yeah, you got a great appreciation for work ethic and commitment and consistency, and guys that put the work in to see them have, realize the fruits of their labor. Sure, that's pleasing, when they can play at a high level. And Denzel's really, he was not a great student. He'll be the first one to tell you out of high school, and has done a complete, 180. And so very proud of, what he's been able to accomplish, both on and off the field. And, he's a big part of what we're doing.
Coach Sweeney said a lot of your freshmen were kind of wide-eyed early in the game on Thursday night.
Sure.
Good to get that out of their system.
Yeah, yeah. There'll still be some wide-eye moments. That won't be the end of that. But, again, you just got to keep playing. And, again, it's a developmental game. The more you play, the more comfortable you are, and the less mistakes and better discipline you'll play with. And, but there were certainly those moments.
Leadership-wise, did you see guys stepping into the role?
Yeah. Thought our secondary, a bunch of good leaders there, linebacker as well. And really just the selfless attitude for a bunch of young guys. A lot of times you think about your